Okay, well, so basically what they're saying that they are suing Moses Tyson. The Church of God in Christ is suing Moses Tyson because they feel like Moses Tyson is out here running his mouth and he is pretty much giving false information. They suing Moses Tyson on the grounds of defamation and some other things that they feel is not appropriate for their organization. Of course, you can find that online, that entire petition, beautiful petition that the Church of God in Christ did file. However, I believe that this is one of the worst situations they could ever do, because simply because Moses Tyson do have a lot of receipts of everything that is going on. And one of the main detrimental falls of this is bringing the Church of God in Christ into a lot of exposure to what's really been going on. And the worst person, the worst person that you ever want to get those type of receipts would be Moses Tyson. So therefore, Moses Tyson, I'm quite sure that somewhere in this lawsuit, all he have to do is pretty much file for a discovery, and he can get a discovery of everything, every menace, every allegation, everything that ever took place in the Church of God in Christ, and pretty much he can come out here and talk about it, unless those documents in that discovery is under complete protective order, and he cannot share or discuss it in any way, any form. But he can use those same documents so that he can force the suit and try to bring the suit appropriately. So therefore, it seems like to me is that what they're trying to say, what Moses Tyson was saying is wrong. It seems like they're going to have a big problem, because one thing about defamation, you have to make sure that you are clean, number one. Okay, when you file a defamation suit on someone, you have to make sure that you're up to par and make sure that you got your stuff together, because if you don't have your stuff together, more than likely you're going to have an issue with the defamation lawsuit. Now, everything that they are saying that Moses Tyson was doing or saying, pretty much you could find the evidence simply just online. Okay, you can find the many lawsuits, you can find the many money scandals, you can find the abusing claims, you can find all of that literally online just by a Google search. And then you can also go into the court records and find also all of the petitions and the rulings and the judgments and things like that that were filed against the Church of God in Christ. And Moses Tyson can, in a discovery, go back and request 100 years worth of this stuff. Now, will a judge give him 100 years? It's kind of iffy on that, but the last 50 years, it's possible that he can get that, because they are alleging that he is violating their privacy. He is saying things about them that he shouldn't be saying. So he can easily get that information and pretty much turn around and flip it and use their own statements, their own situation allegations against them, and expose some of the things that are being done under the seams and under the rug, monies that's being distributed, churches that have been stolen, and all that kind of stuff. I think the Church of God in Christ really made a bad mistake by suing Moses Tyson, because they are putting themselves to be prone to discovery, and that's going to be real bad if Moses Tyson was to get his hand on a full-blown discovery.